Folks, in a moment we're gonna disembark you. You happy, guys? Yeah. Folks? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you take good care of yourselves and love each other, okay? You have a very nice day in Aruba. Enjoy your vacation and a beautiful, healthy, happy life for all of you folks. Thank you so much.
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. So what I want to do in this video is go through a little stage of how I keep my tanks relatively clean. So this has been quite a while since I've done this, and what I like to do is empty out the majority of my tanks. So right now what I've done is this fry tank, I took out all the fry and put them into this container right up here, and I inspected them to make sure that there were make sure there's like no deformities in any of them, because these guys are roughly about a month old now, so they're getting relatively big. And then while the fish are out of the tank, I literally just clean out the whole bottom and the sides and make sure they're really clean. So this one right here I've done already. This one right here hasn't yet been touched. Same thing with this one and the one back there as well. So that way when they're cleaned out, it's pretty much a new fresh start. I do leave a good amount of water up to here, so that way the heater and the pump are always left underneath the water, and then it also gives the fish some of their actual natural aquarium water left behind. So these are steps that I do when I selectively breed my fish. They're separated based on their strain and their age groups. So for now, if I don't have any adults, I keep the fry in there to grow out. But at the meantime, right now, like these guys, I don't really have many fry of them. There's only 4, so they're being grown out over here. And since they're being grown out over there, I keep the parents in the larger tank until I have a good amount of fry to put in there. Or if there's large drop, like that blue, the purple mosaic dumbo ear over there. They originally had 22 fry, so there's no point keeping 22 fry in the small breeder box. So usually what I do is I put the adults in there to house them, and then the fry go into the grow out tank. So right now what I'm doing is just cleaning out these tanks, making sure the water quality is really good. I wasn't around last week, so I didn't actually do a water change, and now I actually have to get to that and do those water changes. I did one before I left for my trip, which you guys will see videos most likely next week of that. So definitely stay tuned, because it was very water based, and that's the only hint I'm actually gonna give you guys. And I try to, let's just say it's salt water, and you'll see after that. The video will most likely be out next week, so definitely keep an eye out for that. So this is a video in this series on how to create your own strain. So with that said, these guys right here are the fish that I've dubbed as Aurora Cosmic Dumbo Ear. That's my male and that's my female. And these are my albinos. So the one I had, the Aurora Cosmic Dumbo Ear, the way I created them was by mixing my Superior Red with the Dumbo Ear, what are they called? The Black Russian Dumbo Ear together to get these guys. So these guys do have Dumbo ears. So since they have albino genes, they do drop some albino fry. The first drop, the only fish that survived was this male over here. Not male, the female, the red female back there. And the reason behind that is I didn't realize she was going to give birth so soon, so I wasn't able to save any of them. And that was the only one that I was able to save. Now, the second time she dropped fry, I did mention in my previous video, she did drop a bunch of them, but the only ones that survived were 4 regular colored. There were some albinos, but for some reason they weren't growing, and they just kept getting skinnier and skinnier until they just faded away. And that's something that happens a lot with albinos. So my goal with that part of the project is to have these guys and breed some normal ones. At the same time, also whenever there's albinos, to separate them out and put all the albinos in one tank, let them freely breed, and see what I get out of them. So that's the two projects I have in there. See if I can actually make a stronger albino strain, since they are pretty much mixed. And I have a feeling if I keep doing that and keep taking all the albinos, eventually, and then with the albino tank, keep weeding out all the regular ones, I think I could make something pretty cool. Now, with my Nebulous Steels, I really like the way the males look. Let's see if I can get this guy on camera. And I have some other males in this tank that are also coloring up really well. These are some young, pretty young males. Like this one right over here. I'll eventually, once I get these guys over here pretty stable, mix some of them into there to see what I can get. So this is going to be an ongoing project. It might take some years even to get them to the way I want. Unless otherwise something happens with their strain where I see something earlier. But definitely a big key is to keep your tanks as clean as possible. But now the thing is, there has to be a limit. You can't over clean. Once you over clean, you're killing off all any bacteria that could be on the walls. So my technique, and many people could object, it's really based on preference, is I definitely clean the front glass really well, and I buy these sponge material. It's used for filters. So what I do is I buy this stuff and I use it to just wipe down the inside and outside of the tanks. So by using that, I'm able to actually get the walls to have no growth of anything on them. But I prefer not to touch the side walls or the back walls, because bacteria does grow in the glass. And the filters are only rinsed in tank water. And I make sure not to squeeze them out. You literally just tap them across the wall, and any debris just falls right out. So these tanks are actually pretty messy for some reason. There's like these diatoms, however you want to pronounce them, growing on the walls and the plants. And I can't figure out why, because they share the same light. They're fed the same exact foods, but this tank and that last one don't really get them very much. Like, these are just debris from excess food and poop and stuff like that. But these guys are getting pretty dirty, and I can't tell why. But it's not really a big deal. It doesn't harm the fish at all. I have snails that eat it, and I'm supposed to be picking up a bunch of these blue velvet shrimp, and they should help as well. So that's pretty much it for this video. I actually do have a bunch of other videos coming out in the near future, which include this system up here and what I would change about it, what I like about it, what I don't like about it. Some updates on the fish, so I won't do any updates right now on any of them. We have the pond videos and some other things coming along. So if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you've been here before, make sure to drop a like, because the likes definitely help a lot. And also, check out Patreon. Any support on there definitely helps out. So, with that said, I hope you guys have a good one, and until next time.